Hello everybody, and what do? Bringing guys another analysis video here. This one was requested by KOM. This is one of the two videos that he sent me. I already have the first one uploaded, so this is the second one for him. So just gonna give the kids some advice and see what went down up in here. So here we have KOM fighting Joker. So let's get right into it. Okay. Nice. Fair. Yep. Okay. This is how you keep the pressure going. A lot of times after people do this, the bear, they don't really keep the pressure up properly, and they neutral resets. So here's what you do. You get that bear, right? After you get a bear like this, chase the opponent. You ran back. There's no need for you to run back. And then that's when you decide to come again. But now, it's too late. You're not gonna get anything. Now he can move. After you get that bear, just chase him. Again, situation here. You could have just moved forward, act like you were gonna do something aggressive, and then you probably could have jump cancel fast fall, or do the QFR, which for those that don't know is basically a trick I came up with from Smash 4. QFR stands for quick float release. You basically just run and you quickly float, and you float out of your run, and then the moment you float, you just quickly let go. So you could have done that in any direction to fake an approach, and then you catch him doing something. Depending on what it is, you can get a punish. But at least you'd be close, and you don't let him breathe for free, because he did come down with a button. He did a bear. So you could have probably, using this situation, I would have ran, stand at a certain point. So if he does come down swinging, especially since his back is turned and he has a bear, I could punish that bear landing with a down tilt. So see, stuff like that you could be doing. But instead, Muchu got reset, he breathed, and then he got free damage on you. Okay. On the stage. Yeah, he anti-aired you. But as I said in the other video, at times you're a bit in the air too much. Oh, actually no. He could have parried, but I don't think his Joker's options out of shield, they're not the greatest. So I'm not sure. I don't think a jumping fair would have worked. Probably could have blocked, but yeah, the bear was spaced. I don't, unless he parried, I don't think there's anything he could have done about it. See, that needs to see the mentioned in the other video. You keep doing there and approaching with it. Again, it's a common habit that Peach and Day players have. So I point them out so people can stop doing that and give the opponent free damage. Got the weak there. Okay. Good. See, now you're moving around a bit more. Might have been because of snaking, you weren't about grenades, but at least you're moving around somewhat. I would like to see more of that movement, but like there's times when you pick to move like that, and other times you're kind of, well, you're a bit too stationary, or you're just in the air, which, you know, you're slow up there. Okay. Yeah, see, you're floating there. You're punished for that. Again, yeah, that needs to be chilled out. He could have buried you for that. Now he read roll. Punish. From what I'm noticing here, your ground game is, I feel like it's no, what was the word? I was looking for something. I forgot. I had a brain fart. But yeah, you're mostly in the air, and your ground game is like at times not there, or not the greatest from what I'm seeing here. And it's important to have a ground game. Because again, you being in the air, you're too slow, and your approaches, the opponent can just react to that. So you need to learn how to like be more grounded and fight there. But most of the time, you're just usually in the air. Okay. Oof. What did you do? Oh, you dared. All right. So I mentioned this in one of my videos. I believe I forgot which one, but I mentioned that don't always mash out a hit stun, especially with this character. People tend to mash out a hit stun with a dare, because if the opponent can get to you as you're mashing out a hit stun, you could be left open. So you did a dare. It looked like you were fairing too, but either way, you mashing out a hit stun to put you in a situation like this where this could happen. So that's why, like for those that see my matches, right? When I get hit, I don't match out a hit stun. I just stay in tumble. Because one, I don't want to leave myself open to get hit with stuff like this. And two, I don't want to get into the habit of always matching out a hit stun, and I do that at the wrong time and I could get clipped. So that's basically how I mentally discipline myself. So I just stay in tumble. But you can do anything out of hit stun. You can jump, you can attack, you can air dodge, whatever the heck you want out of hit stun. Like, you don't have to get out of it right away. And people, they tend to do that. So I like to take advantage of it. So depending on the situation, if I can stay close to my opponent after I get a hit and chase them, if they match out a hit stun, they're left open for me to get free damage on them. So you don't do stuff like that. So, next match. And we got another ad. Also, I am going to try to make my analysis a bit shorter. It's just that, like, I like to point out a lot of things in these videos. So for people who really want to get their grind on and, you know, step their game up, you know, they have a lot to work with, because I don't like giving cheap advice. But I can give good advice, and at the same time, I don't have to make these videos that long. So I am going to be working on that, guys. Anyway. Yeah, these air approaches. You're doing this from right here. You could get anti-aired, you could get punished on your landing. Your opponent doesn't have to challenge you, because you have to come down. Eventually, you have to touch the floor. So these approaches, which Joker, he could have punished you for that. Nice tomahawk grab by Joker. That was good. And you could have got punished for that. I feel like he was waiting for you to jump so he can punish you. Nice, good cross up. Wait, what was that? What? I don't think about it. Oh yeah, okay, it was a cross up. The turn up threw me off. I'm like, hold on, what? Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, good cross up. Don't do that. You gotta remember, you have to tether. So characters with tethers, it could be tricky to like edge guard them. But the thing is, it's better to Z drop. Like you can grab the ledge and then just Z drop. That way they ride into it. Or you can grab the ledge, let go of the ledge, and then when you let go of the ledge, move towards the stage and then Z drop. That way, in the case that they try to hug the wall or something, the turtle will be in a good spot to catch them from recovering as they're leaning towards the wall. But actually, that's more of like general recovery type stuff. But in this case, with Joker, it's good to do that because sometimes he might swing left or right, he might stall. So you can catch that. But yeah, basically grab the ledge. Don't do stuff like this because this is too hard to catch. And as you can see, tossed it too early. And now he can up B and grab the ledge. So yeah, B, just keep that in mind. With other characters, you wanna like grab the ledge or Z drop. So that way the turn doesn't fall as fast. And it makes it easier for you to get the hit. Good. Yeah, you gotta remember he got those options. And what did you do? You didn't swing. You tried to pull away. You just happened to catch it for it. I honestly here, I usually avoid these type of situations. I'll just go straight for the ledge. But you did have the right idea. He just happened to catch you. But because of stuff like this is why I just lean and I go towards the ledge. Every now and then I would do what you did here, and you know, just move away. And at times, you know, I do land back onto the stage. But there's just moments like, you know, this stuff could happen. So yeah, I'm not gonna do too much flack for that. But yeah, I usually like to mix up my drift, and at times I'll just land near the ledge. Yeah, you toss turnips again. You gotta wait for resources. I already talked about that in the snake video, but we're not gonna go too much into that. Nice bear. Okay. Okay, guess that. See, this is why we don't mash out a hit stun. Like, there's no need to mash out a hit stun. You could just stay in tumble. A lot of people mash out a hit stun. And because of you doing that, you got hit. So, as I said in the other video, like, people who watch my matches, like, when I get hit, I don't mash. I stay in tumble. Did I say that in the other video? Or did I say this early in this one? I don't remember, but either way, this is why you don't mash. And oh my, he could have punished you for that. And I just want to point this out real quick. This is a tip for people who are trying to get better at the game and whatnot. All right, so what you did here, KOM, this was not good. You could have got blown up because after the dare after the dare fails, right, and he's clearly pulling away, you try to go for another one and then land. You could have got punished for this, and then you did a nair, but you did it. So when people do stuff like this and they don't get punished, that's why they have these habits, and that's how like bad habits are formed, because they're fighting opponents that don't punish them for doing stuff like this. And then later on, when you fight somebody who looks out for these type of things and you get punished, you're screwed because you don't know what else to do, and you're just gonna keep doing the same thing hoping that you can get the hit off. Like, it's all luck based now. Like, you're in a crap spot, you're doing stuff like this where it makes it easier for your opponent to hit you. You're giving them a chance to just get that free damage or possibly kill you. But you know, it's a habit. Like, you do stuff like this, and at times you don't get punished for it, when it should be the other way around. And that's what people tend to hope for in a bad spot. Like, oh my God, I'm in a bad spot. So you know what? I'm just going to do this. And, you know, I just hope I get the hit. I hope I don't get punished. Which, again, you should be getting punished in these situations. But since opponents don't punish them, that's what happens for them. Yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Oh, should have tossed it back. See? It's a perfect example of what I be talking about. Perfect example. So you're in the air. You decide to float. And you see he's just standing there. Maybe he's still standing there. He's like, I hit you. You're in the air now. I don't have to go and challenge you. I'm gonna see what you're gonna do. And if you do anything that'll leave you open, I'm going to punish you. So you floated up there and then you did a dare. He's not gonna catch you from up there. See, that's the habit. Like, since out of hit stun or in the air, you always dare. This is where these habits are getting you. They're messing you up. He did this. He runs towards you, and like, you know what? I'm gonna act like I'm gonna go in that direction to try to jump up and hit you, and then he pulls away. You air dodge, and he catches you. Wait, actually, did he pull away? Yeah. He went to the right, then left, and then right. So you're air dodging, and then you're dead. So again, this is why you don't land on people. And two, the habit that you have here, this is why you don't do that. It needs to be chilled out. Like, I feel like people need to be getting punished hard for this type of stuff. So that way you don't get too comfortable doing things like this. Look what happened. Your stock is gone. Now you're giving him a chance to bring it back. Yeah, and again, the approaching with the fair. Like, you need, I feel like your ground game needs a bit more work. Either that, or you need to activate your ground game more. You need to be using it. Cause most of the time you're in the air and it's putting you in a crash spot. See, look, these fair approaches, you got nothing. Now you're too aggro. And this Joker, he's moving around. Joker's faster than you. So as you can see here, he sees you coming at him. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna avoid that. And now you're jumping at him, which he can see that. So since you're coming at him, he's gonna get ready to, like, not try to get hit. So he pulls away. You don't get anything with the fair. And you did a bit too much, and that left you open. See, again, approaching with the fair, and you didn't get anything out of it. You're leaving yourself open. Oh, he's dead. There you go. And crack the shield. Okay. It looked like you popped off there. I wouldn't be popping off just yet, buddy. It's not over. Yeah, this. When you do this, where is it? Floating like that? You could be, instead of doing that, you could be doing something so much better. You could just be dash dancing or using jump cancel fast falls or QFRs, moving left and right. You're too slow here. And you're giving your opponent an opportunity to hit you. If you're approaching like this, again, they're going to expect you to do something aggressive. So they're going to get ready. This is not a threat. This is not a threat at all to them. You're putting yourself in danger. And see, you got snuffed out. Wait, did you get snuffed out? Yep. See, he just shot you. You gave your opponent free damage. It wasn't a lot, but you gave him free damage, and now he has the advantage because, you know, he shot you with a gun. So this is opportunity to get close to you or whatever. So yeah. See again the flares. Yep, see, he moved out the way and he got shot. He don't gotta be close to you. He just gotta wait for you to land, and that's exactly what he did. He's actually doing what I tell people that they should be doing when the opponent's in the air, coming back and whatever. He just, if they just wait, and that's what he's been doing to you majority of the time. He just waits for you to do something. Or he sees you going near him, and he says like you want to approach from the air or come down swinging, or panic for like an air dodge or whatever. And he's been catching you a few times for that. Oh, I think you could have nared him. Wait, could you have nared him? Did you? I don't know if you burned your flow. Did you? Oh, yeah. I think you said had your flow. You could have floated down there and probably nair. Or if you're not confident with the nair, you could have dared him. But yeah, you could have punished him for that. And yep, you tossed out the jab at the wrong time and you got comboed. See, again, another reason why people have habits like this right here. Joker's clearly under you, right? So if Joker would have waited as you fall, he could have punished. But he didn't. And you got bared. That's why I say if people just stand there and wait, they would get their damage. And this is why, again, habits are formed, because players, they expect this to happen. And when it happens a few times, then they're gonna rely on it. They're gonna rely on it, and then as I said earlier, when they fight somebody who will wait and look for stuff like this, they're gonna get punished, and then they won't know what else to do. To a point where they're just gonna keep doing it depending on luck, and they're gonna lose. I see it a lot. See, you're in the air, he's just waiting. There we go, that was a good wait. See? Perfect example of what I talked about. Okay, he's here. You're on the left, obviously. He sees you jump at him. Again, people can react to this. They can see it. So he sees you jump at him. And then you do a fair. He has no fear. He's just standing there. Okay, he knows you tend to come at him from the air and usually do something aggressive. So here, you're anticipating that he's gonna jump at you. But he's already adapted to how you play, what you like to do. That's why, again, he has 3 stocks right now. So he does this. You swing, bow tilts you. Too aggressive at times. And that was a risky fair to do up close like that. It's slow. But since you got the hit, at times you get your hits off with that, and again the habit, it comes in. And that shit, that type of thing, it hurts you more than it helps you. Cause you're not in a good spot right now. There, see the floating, approaching with these dares, he's floating dares at the wrong time. You got punished for that. Okay. Didn't he have countered? I think Joker could have countered there, but whatever. You're in a bad spot now, so I will be taking my time getting my baby damage. I can't commit too hard. And swung at the wrong time, and there goes that. So, so yeah, pretty much as what I said, and the snake set. Like, you gotta lay off the fairs. These fairs, approaching fairs and whatever, it's a bit too much. So yeah, you gotta lay off the fairs. You gotta be more grounded. Right? You gotta be more grounded. And you gotta, like, not keep doing things when you're in a bad spot. Like, trying to land on top of your opponent. Being, like, aggressive, stuff like that. Because as I pointed out, when you did a fair and he just stood there looking at you, he didn't even move. You just jumped and you just went in and fared. He didn't move whatsoever. He just waited for you to swing and then he just forward tilted you. Yeah, like at times you're way too aggro. You're in the air a lot. Like, most of your approaches are from the air, from what I've seen. There's a lack of ground game. Like, I am not sure if you have one or how solid it is. And if you do, you need to start using it more. And if you don't have a ground game, then you need to work on that, because always approach from the air. So yeah, that ground game, that needs to be brought out. And if you don't have one, you need to create one. Ground game, you need to stop being aggro coming back, leaving yourself open. You need to stop being aggressive with the approaches, especially with these fairs. Those fairs need to calm down. They need to chill. And that's a 16 frame move. 16 frames. And you're doing it in a way where the opponent can see you coming at them. And they can just get ready to move out the way or punish you, like he just did there. Again, he just looked at you. He didn't even move. He just stood there. Because he knew he was going to do that. And then he just forward told you. That's, if somebody can do something like that to you, keep that in mind. And let that sink in. Be like, okay, I'm being way too aggro. If he can just stand there with no fear and then just punish me, because I always want to keep swinging and going at him aggressive. So, yeah, keep that in mind. And I think Joker specific things with the edge guarding, don't always like try to toss to turn them down, like Z drop. Z drop can throw people off, especially if you act like you're gonna go for an edge guard. You can just grab the ledge and then let go of the ledge and Z drop. So like when you grab the ledge, slightly tap the stick back, so that way you just let go and drop. And then when you do that, lean towards the stage and then Z drop. And that's really good against people who want to tether. Like, I do that and it catches people off guard a lot doing that. So that's a good way to deal with tether characters. But yeah, that's basically all I got for this set here. If you would have like calmed down a bit, you could have won. There's no doubt in my mind you couldn't have won. But yeah, the loss, like the way you lost here, is basically because of all the things that I just mentioned. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Tone down the aggression. Stop trying to fight your way out of a bad spot. Have a ground game. And stop approaching so much in the air. And most importantly, these fairs, dude. These fairs, they gotta go. Get start approaching with the fairs. Oh, and mashing out a hit stun. That's another thing. A few times you got frame trapped, mashing out a hit stun, and you died. Or one time you died, I believe. So yeah. With that said, this analysis is done. Thanks for everybody that watched. Hope you guys learned something today. That's why I do them. So people can learn. They can realize stuff like this. So that way they don't fall into these traps. And if they do fall into the traps, they can avoid the traps. They can get off these habits that they have. So yeah, and I do give lessons. So for those that are interested in lessons, you can message me on Twitter, or you can join my Discord and sign up for it there. All that is in the link description below. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. until then, my friends, bye bye.